If you're over 50 and you're not satisfied with your current career, I want to tell you, you're not too old for a new career. The fact is, you're too valuable to stay in the wrong one. Reinvention after 50 scares a lot of men, not because they think they can't do it, but because they think they'll be starting from scratch again. But you're not starting from scratch. You're taking 20, 30, 35 years of hard-won experience and emotional intelligence and skills and compounding it. You're not a beginner. You're a professional switching arenas. And that's a huge advantage. I mean, think about it. Every project you've undertaken, every hard-won victory, every discussion, every failure, every disappointment, every lesson you've learned is something that you can leverage, that you can deploy in whatever it is that you choose to do next. It's the kind of asset, significant asset, that younger people just don't have. You have an unfair advantage. Essentially, reinventing yourself after 50 isn't about abandoning your experience. It's about redeploying it. The real value that you offer comes from your maturity, your problem-solving ability, your communication skills, your reliability, your understanding of people, and your ability to see patterns quickly and identify whether they pose an opportunity or a threat, whether they're a waste of time or a point of leverage, whether there's something that you can augment with your experience and skills, or whether there's something that you need to investigate further and develop additional skills in order to use. These kinds of intelligent discernment abilities are things that most young people just don't have. They'll just throw things at the wall, hope something sticks, and hope that their enthusiasm and their energy can carry the day. But we all know from the experience that we have, having been around for such a long time, that optimism and enthusiasm often aren't enough to carry the day. And certain skills and pattern recognition and communication skills and organizational skills, these are the things that often determine whether or not something is going to work. A lot of men who are seeking to make a pivot think that they need a new degree, that they need a whole new base level of training. But what they really need is a reframing of what they already bring to the table. Because in midlife, your greatest asset is your accumulated competence. So if your current career is draining you, but your skills aren't the problem, it likely means you're simply in the wrong arena for the stage of life that you're at now. Ultimately, reinvention after 50 isn't about becoming somebody else, although you may want to be somebody else, but more than likely, it's about becoming the person that you were all along and rearranging your life and realigning your priorities to conform with that reality. It's about finally allowing yourself to become the person you were always meant to be. That takes courage, but you don't need to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Oftentimes, one of the easiest ways to figure out which direction it is that we should be heading in terms of where we want to invest our time and energy from a career perspective is to think about the things that we were extremely passionate about when we were much, much younger, before we were driven by the excitement of money and power and status. Thinking back to the things that we would happily do for free, that we would do all day long, as often as we could, that we couldn't stop thinking about and talking about. These are the kinds of things that we should be directing our attention to at this stage of life. Because nowadays, thanks in large part to the internet, which I know has been around for a hell of a long time now, I was there at the beginning, as were a lot of you, but thanks to the power of the internet and the ability to develop an audience worldwide across multiple mediums for whatever it is that we have a passion for or that we have accumulated skills in, there is an opportunity for us to share what we know, to teach what we know, and to align ourselves with like-minded individuals who are both behind us in terms of skill, knowledge, in the things that we want to talk about, or ahead of us, who we can learn from, leverage, and align ourselves with to embed ourselves in the things that we always really wanted to do. We have things like, of course, YouTube. We have podcasts, blogs. There's other forms of social media, email, all these types of things. There are so many ways these days to connect with people who are of like mind, who want to learn from you, who will benefit from, if not your skills and your experience, your enthusiasm and your genuine passion for something. Even if you're just acting as a leading learner, somebody who is sharing their journey as they continue to learn something. And then, of course, there are revenue opportunities in those for whatever it is that you choose to invest your time and energy sharing with other people generously.